Welcome to the Ohio Motor Speedway located in Findlay, Ohio for the 12th round of the ARCSOA Elite Series. Coming off of a very clean American 700, the points are right now looking like it's going to be almost a 3 or 4 horse battle between Kenny Myatt, Jake Baskinger, our points leader, Kenny Myatt, Nick Pericles, who dominated the American 700 but couldn't do anything with it, and couple other drivers starting to look really good. We're still not counting out somebody like Madeline Myatt jumping up there, although she still has to get her first victory. However, she did get the pole here at Ohio Motor Speedway, so that will be a very interesting thing for her, and to see what she can do. She nearly won the round of Ohio last year, but had got involved in a rather silly accident. And of course, last year's round of Ohio was at the Cleveland-Burke Lakefront Airport. But like I said, we're back to the traditional home of the Round of Ohio here at the .458 mile short track here in Findlay. The track has seen a lot of flooding hit the area because of the Blanchard River flooding again. And there's been a lot of flooding concerns about in the Findlay area. However, the track is all right. They have seemingly got the track fixed. This is a fairly new pavement. If this would have been the old pavement, we would have been screwed. This track has gone through some renovations a few years ago. Actually, a driver of Silver Speed, Tristan Wilhoit, had a lot to do with that. So, a lot to do with these renovations, and pretty much everybody thinks that they've been relatively well acclaimed. The first race back didn't exactly prove well a couple seasons ago, and then we went to Burke Lakefront last year, so it will be quite interesting to see who will come out on top here at Ohio Motor Speedway. Anyway, let's go down to the race. Madeline Myatt leads the field of 36 down to the green here at the Ohio Motor Speedway. Green flag is out, and away we go here at the Ohio Motor Speedway. Great start by DJ Curtis on the outside. However, the outside has such a disadvantage here that it's really not going to show much. There's Alex Allen on the inside there. Alex Allen had a very good qualifying attempt here. And actually Noah Hart's dropped a long way down the order, as actually Bobby Jones forces the 83 to the high line as Madeline Myatt leads this race. This race is one of the ones that she circled as a possible victory here. Her father has never won on this track, I don't believe. And her father actually has been going up the order. That's Kenny Myatt. He's second in points. Got to see where Jake Baskinger is. Baskinger is all the way down at 28th right now. He has not done very well here. FPM is a Michigan-based team and really has never had a terrible good run here at the Ohio Motor Speedway. Very close racing up here. There's Tyler Thaber. Thaber qualified in the top 10, I believe, in his Team Flame car. 3 wide back here. That's Nick Pericles, who's on a mission to recover from his American 700 showdown that didn't exactly work out too well for him. Chris Dodd doing well. Scott Roush having a good run this year. That team put in some reliability upgrades, so I would expect Scott Roush to be incredibly, a lot more reliable this season compared to, for the rest of the season, compared to how he was during the season, as there's Kenny Myatt diving down low. He has made up a ton of positions early on in this race. One thing that normally happens that we're not seeing today is the leader kind of jet out here. Madeline Myatt has not stepped away from the pack like leaders have in the past. That leads me to say that Madeline Myatt's probably not the best car out there, considering that Alex Allen and DJ Curtis have kept relatively even with her. Noah Hart historically has been one of the better drivers on this track here at the Ohio Motor Speedway. I would expect it's very reminiscent to a track he grew up driving, the Savannah Speedway in Savannah, Georgia. Very similar track. Wow, that's Becca Haddix in 14th. It's been a great day so far it's been a great weekend for the Minervinis. As Zayden Davidson actually qualified in the top 20. He's dropped back because he started on the outside. But Noah Hart should be a very good competitor for this weekend, as Hart is one of the best around these kind of short, flat ovals. DJ Curtis is looking very impatient behind the 44 of Alex Allen. I think Curtis really wants to get second position back away from him. However, Madeline Myatt with a big mistake there entering the corner. She, the Ohio native, grew up about an hour from here in Castalia, Yeah, but that's about an hour and 15 minutes from Findlay. She is kind of almost throwing this one away. She's done this in the past where she has led a race and thrown it away. Remember, it's still early days in this race as DJ Curtis is getting really racy behind Alex Allen. Two drivers looking for their first wins that are doing really well are Bobby Jones and Aiden Shepard. Jones from California, Aiden Shepard from Texas. Both didn't have American 700s that they should have had. Both had pretty good cars this year in the American 700. Both are looking to rebound from pretty disastrous starts to the season. Another guy who had a very disastrous start to the season was Tristan Wilhoit. Wilhoit has been one of the best drivers this year, but luck has taken him out of almost everything. And Wilhoit needs to, I think, show what he's doing. Oh, Charles Sanford just grenaded the motor in the 5 car. Tough break for Sanford. John Art, also a team that had a lot of reliability things fixed on their cars, is not having a good day here at the Ohio Motor Speedway. However, like I said, it still is early days, and a lot of times this track is known for cautions at really inopportune times. Oh, Vincent, somebody broke down. That's Noah Hart broke down, and I believe we might have maybe a yellow. Yes, we do have a yellow. Oh, Alex Allen clobbers him. Wilhoit clobbers into him too, into Allen. And that's going to be Wilhoit and Allen with a lot of damage there. And that's going to be our first yellow of the day. So Noah Hart, one of the best drivers on this field right now, breaks down in the middle of, just misses the pit road. He's in the middle of 1 and 2. And then all of a sudden, everybody starts backing up here. And a lot of contact there. Sean Angel kind of gets into him. However, so far so good. He parks it on the high line on everybody's way. And well, Alex Allen and couldn't avoid it. Tristan Wilhoit already committed to the top line, and I believe both those cars are going to go out of the race. So more bad luck for Tristan Wilhoit. The only problems we saw was that Madeline Myatt and DJ Curtis missed the pit road on their first attempt, so they might not be pitting. And they are pitting, so they're going to be at the back of the queue at the end of this one. And that's not going to be good for them because they should have had first priority, but they kind of beat the pace car to the pit road, and the pit road opened. So Madeline Myatt and DJ Curtis are going to lose their 1-2 running. And that puts Madeline Myatt and DJ Curtis in 28th and 29th, respectively. Cole Baker and Vincent Allen both are on the tail end of the lead lap. They had really long pit stops. Bobby Jones and Aiden Shepard are going to lead the field back to the green. Chris Dodd, as this season's gone on, has become a big championship contender as Sean Angel, I believe, is a lap down. Bobby Jones leads the field back to the green here at the Ohio Motor Speedway, and away we go. Vincent Allen and Cole Baker, they've got a serious shot here to get back on the lead lap because this track is quite difficult to pass at, and Bobby Jones is really going to have to be aggressive with them if they want any shot at this, as Bobby Jones legs off trying to hold off Aiden Shepard. Both the leading 2 cars have never won an ARCSOA Lead Series race, and it looks like Aiden Shepard's going for the lead now. Aiden Shepard in Kenny Myatt's old Honda Accord goes for the lead, and that car has been fast here in the past. However, it hasn't won. That team hasn't with Myatt or with anybody that's really driven that car, as there's Dodd and Myatt further back. They're looking pretty strong as well. Cole Baker's almost ready to go a lap down here. DJ Curtis, we're going further back, has gotten by Madeline Myatt, and these two have to get up through the order as fast as possible. Hopefully before the next round of green flag pit stops or the next caution, they'll get some of these spots back. As these two are 2 of the faster cars on the track, and since they missed the pit road, they're going to have to recover from a pretty costly mistake there. Kenny Myatt gets by Chris Dodd for 3rd position. Kenny Myatt is going to be a very incredible threat here as Aiden Shepard slides up here. Bobby Jones is looking underneath him. However, Shepard slams the door on Jones. As now you've got the 9 car holding back there. The 9's won on all road courses this year and is a serious threat to Jake Baskinger for the point lead as Shepard slides wide again. I guess maybe this track's been really funny with grips, so there's the 41 going underneath the 9. However, the 9 kind of rockets off the corner and holds the position. As we go back to find the 9's main chief rival right now, Jake Baskinger in 13th position. Where is the 82 of Pericles? Pericles is in 8th, but is on the outside. That won't be good for Pericles there, as the main championship contenders are all fighting pretty hard for position, as now Myatt's underneath Jones for 2nd position, as Myatt grabs that spot, or will grab that spot away from Bobby Jones, unless if Jones has a really good car on the outside. Looks like Myatt's going to grab it. Aiden Shepard slid wide in 1 and 2, however, holds the spot over Myatt. We've got a yellow flag right now for a bit of a contact situation with Bobby Jones, actually. Well, actually, Bobby Jones broke down, or had a tire going down, but I apologize. And further back, there was a little bit of contact here. I believe they threw the yellow because of this. And I have to see why the yellow really came out. This is the reason why they threw it. It was Alex Rowe runs into the back of the 82 and, well, goes up into the wall, as Rowe would continue onward, as I believe the 82 would as well. The 82 does have a little bit of rear end damage, though, that would probably need to be repaired. Interesting, as points leader Jake Baskinger stays out here, I think, to probably lead the race, unless he missed the pit road there. Jones will go a lap down due to his tire going down, as Aiden Shepard, very slow pit stop there in the 12 car. Very, very slow pit stop. Chris Dodd was caught speeding on pit road under the yellow and would have to come back down pit road, so tough break for Dodd. Positions 1 and 2 in the championship are running 1-2 right now, as Baskinger stayed out to hopefully catch another caution pretty quick here, as you've got 3 cars a lap down on the inside. That's Davidson, Vincent Allen, and Cole Baker, as Baskinger gets a fantastic start. Fantastic start here, but he slides wide, and will Davidson be able to get underneath him and really hurt him? No, he can't, as now it looks like Myatt and Jones, I'm sorry, isn't a lap down. I apologize about that. He is in 3rd. He got really lucky about that. Now we're going to be fighting for to just hold on to positions, as Jones' teammate Roush is underneath him, as Vincent Allen has to pit. That's going to help out Myatt, and at least Myatt it will. Not sure if it'll help out Jones. Jones is looking to go underneath Myatt, however, Myatt slams the door on him. Pericles is going to try and go underneath everybody and force Jones up to the very high line. That's an aggressive move by Pericles, as the top 3 in the championship are now 1, 2, 3. Vance Caldwell also had to pit for issues with his car. Tough break for Caldwell. Another driver slowly but carefully working their way up the order are both, another 2 drivers actually, are both the Durban Sport Audis of Kyle Schock Jr. and Darren Blake, having fantastic showdowns here in the Audis. So watch these 2 drivers to possibly get up through the order. Nick Pericles goes underneath Kenny Myatt for 2nd position. Like I said, this is a crucial position gain here for Pericles, as Baskinger is gone right now. But remember, Baskinger's on a different pit strategy than everybody else. Now Darren Blake is going for Myatt for 3rd position. Blake has been really picking up the pace here in the Audi team. Blake started off the season with not a great start to the season. However, Darren Blake now is showing what he's really made of. However, Aiden Shepard has not worked his way through the field after his slow pit stop. He is still down in 27th position and really needs this to work out better for him. He's down there with the 2 Reddit cars, and back there with Bouchard, who, well, this track doesn't really suit the Koenigsegg very much, considering it's very low speed. William Brock having issues as well. Madeline Myatt still hasn't gotten through the order. Neither has Chris Dodd, really. They're going to have to hope for a lot of calamity to take place. Sebastian Torres has been on a move up to 5th position now. He's going underneath looking underneath Myatt for 4th. Torres is another driver who I think could be a serious threat as the season goes on. As pad car with problems. Ooh, we got a caution for something. Oh, it looks like Bobby Jones with issues. Bobby Jones might have broken down, and DNC unreliability strikes again. Kaboom goes the 3 car, as that will bring out the 3rd caution of the day. I was just going to talk about pad car having tire issues. However, Bobby Jones brings out the yellow. Tough break for Jones. However, much like Madeline Myatt and DJ Curtis, Jake Baskinger also missed the pit road on the entrance, so Baskinger has to come in with the lap cars, and will lose a ton of time doing so. Nick Pericles leads on the restart as Aiden Shepard and Scott Roush. Roush has damage from somewhere. Not sure how he got that. And Aiden Shepard are on the tail end of the lead lap. They're going to have to do their best to stay on the lead lap, as Pericles might have a gap to jump down onto the inside lane right there. However, that might close up really quick here. As, whoa, and Nick Pericles slams the door! Slams the door on the 8 there to get back to the inside line. Darren Blake was in second position, I believe. I don't think that's going to last long as his teammate Kyle Schock Jr. got to the inside here. Oh boy, that's some pretty crazy racing as a couple of cars had to pit there. Oh, we had some contact in the back. Big contact in the back. I think I saw an Action Terra go around. That was Eric DeMax. Oh no, I'm sorry, Grayson Ace Vito. And Madeline Myatt had rear end damage as well from pit road, we have to also say. But right here, the field slams down and Lamas didn't see it coming, and around he goes. A bunch of cars took to pit road to avoid the contact. DJ Curtis, Alex Rowe did, as did Aiden Shepard. Shepard didn't really call the block right there, as Curtis and, well, Rowe, they're on pit road for, well, they have to stop in pit road as part of the rules, so I think Rowe might be able to beat the group out of the pits. Cody Lamas and Kenny Myatt did not take tires on their pit stop. They only grabbed a splash of gas and kept going, so they're going to start 1-2, I think, here. Actually, no, Kyle Schock Jr. didn't pit at all. As did DJ Curtis didn't pit either. But I think, okay, they're letting Baker out of the pits there, but so it'll be Curtis, Schock, Myatt, Lamas, Pericles, I believe. So DJ Curtis leads the field back to the green here, and away we go. Curtis with a great start. Baker did not go. And, well, Kyle Schock Jr. in second position is going to get held up because of it. Looks like Kenny Myatt's going to try and get underneath Schock there. Schock is a Michigan native, not well-liked here in Ohio, much like how Kenny Myatt isn't well-liked in Michigan. However, Cody Lamas is in fourth position. He's going for third. Boxes Myatt in behind the 19 car. What a good move by Lamas there, and we got a crash further back. Huge stack up back here. I see Freeze is in it, Poliakos in it, Torres is in it, Cortez is in it, and we got another yellow. As DJ Curtis will bring it down pit road. And boy, was that a big stack up. I don't know where it exactly started here. Oh yes, it started with Cortez and Arndt. I think Cortez actually started breaking down there. Yeah, Cortez was breaking down, and around he goes in front of the field. And, Dodd with a big hit there as well. Polyakov, Torres, Freeze. Brock maybe got contact there, but if not, he had a great avoidance there. Ace Vito, Pad Car. On board with William Brock here as the whole field starts stacking up in front of him here. And what an avoidance by William Brock! Wow! Madeline Myatt had the visor cam today, and we're going to take a look and see what happened from her point of view, and around goes the field in front. She was lucky. She was on the inside, and luckily got out of that one with pretty much a lot of luck there. DJ Curtis will lead the field back to the restart. Kyle Schock Jr. in second, Lamas third, and Tyler Thaber fourth. A lot of drivers up front that we have not seen so far in this race. Eric DeMax is in sixth. Keep in mind, Curtis needs to get in front of Cole Baker here, and Baker's been pretty good on these restarts, letting the leader get to the inside. However, doesn't look like that's going to be the case this time. Baker's going to try and get his lap back. I don't blame him for that, but it looks like his car just doesn't look very healthy, and it looks like Curtis is going to get down there anyway. First car on the inside goes to Kenny Myatt. He's going to be the car to watch, I think, other than maybe DJ Curtis here. He is going to have probably one of the best runs. Curtis has to pit. DJ Curtis has to pit for an illegal pit stop cycle, and we've got more calamity behind. That's Baskinger and Blake in it. Our point leader and Darren Blake. 4 wide doesn't really work here as Arndt turns into Blake, and around they go into the wall. Madeline Myatt was also pitting at the same time, so she had a tire going down. That might actually save her if she gets across the line before anybody laps her. And it looks like that will be the case. Very interesting that we have not seen a green flag run in this race as Eddie Champadkar pits. Now we've got Alex Rowe, who didn't pit, coming back to the green here. Like I said, Madeline Mai got really lucky with that tire going down there. Green flag is out and away we go, but did she pit when she wasn't allowed to pit is the big question. There was a crash, so that could end up giving her a penalty there. Rowe did not get a good start here, and away they start going around the track here as Maddie Maya didn't get a penalty for that. Nick Pericles is a lap down because of pit stop shenanigans, I guess. But he is one of the fastest cars on the track. Is that Bouchard? No, Bouchard's a lap down. Rowe has to pit now. Rowe had a problem there and actually got busted for something. I'm not sure. Oh, no, he did pit, but they gave him a loose lug nut violation, so tough break for him. As now you've got Kenny Myatt. Becca Haddix is in third. How on earth did that happen? Cole Baker's back on the lead lap, by the way, in fourth. And now Kenny Myatt, Becca Haddix, I'm sorry, is in second position with Schock leading. So Baker and Myatt are in third and fourth. With Aiden Shepard back up to fifth position, we've got a lot of craziness taking place here and a very mixed up order as, looks like the 8 of Vincent Allen was trying to get to the pit road. That's going to back everybody up, and I think we might get another caution if we're not careful. If we're not careful, but it looks like we may have gotten lucky there. With Vincent Allen losing a tire, that was almost a pretty substantial stack up there. Haddix has fallen back to fourth as Myatt and Baker have now passed, or Baker and Myatt have passed her. Baker has a pretty decent car actually now. He got really lucky on that pit road cycle there. And now Kyle Schock Jr. is kind of got a pretty big lead right now. Further back, DJ Curtis is having problems getting by the lap car of Zayden Davidson, who is in 20th position, might I add. A little further back, you've got Eric Monaco in 10th, battling with William Brock and Madeline Myatt. Both these cars have been through a war zone. Actually, Brock has them. Maddie Myatt had some pit road contact. She got spun on pit road. Kenny Myatt's now up to second position as he is... where did John Arndt come from in third? Wow, John Arndt is fast right now. However, can anybody catch Kyle Schock Jr. right now as he has a pretty big lead? Might I also add, there's only 24 cars still in this race, so we've seen a pretty big fall off in this race for a track that typically doesn't seem to have that a lot of time. Here comes Bishelli out of the pits. Bishelli's had a miserable day. Eric DeMax is the only one that's had a worse day. He's down numerous laps down. We're on lap 100, he's only on 94. However, he's just hoping to pick up the pieces. Tyler Thaber's on the lead lap. That's impressive, as, well, you've just got a lot of diversity at the front of the field here. It's all about survival. It's 3 wide here between Shepard, Curtis, and Haddix. It's the battle for fifth, and it looks like Haddix is going to be the big loser here. John Arndt now is really closing in on the back of Kenny Myatt for second position. He is fast, I'll be honest. Very, very fast. However, right now, Kyle Schock Jr. looks pretty much unstoppable here. I think he has won here in the past. I'm not exactly sure, but he looks pretty strong here. This is one of his better tracks, I know. The Ohio Motor Speedway is. It doesn't live too far from this track. Granted, it's not his home state, and he's an arch enemy of this area. But Baskinger with a points leader with more problems. I think at this rate, he's going to lose the point lead. However, I wouldn't count him out of anything yet with this race. However, Kyle Schock Jr. then lapped his teammates, and now there's only 12 cars on the lead lap. Kenny Myatt still has second position over John Arndt in third. DJ Curtis is up to fourth. Baker fifth. Sixth goes to Brock as Pericles is bringing it down pit road. Very tough pit road here, if you can see in the past races here at the Ohio Motor Speedway. It looks like Shepard's also on pit road. They've got to hope that they can get through a green flag pit stop cycle if you're Aiden Shepard here. He's making a stop pretty early in this race, or in this run rather. Tyler Thaber is becoming the next lap car to be under some pressure here as Kyle Schock Jr. is closing on him here. Now Haddix is under threat as well as just a very, very interesting game of chess being played now with pit strategies. Do you want to take the risk and pit early and possibly get yourself ahead of the field? Or do you want to stay out as long as you can and catch a lot of cars a lap down? Looks like Zayden Davidson with the tire going down. Tough break for Zayden Davidson. That won't be a good result for him. However, Kyle Schock Jr., the race leader, would break down on track, and that is Schock Jr. out of the race, or at least out of the running for the win. Schock would fall out of the race, or I think not, maybe out of the race for that. And right there, you're going to see Kyle Schock Jr. park it on the inside, and that's Schock done. That gives Ohio and Kenny Myatt the race lead. He has never won on the Ohio Motor Speedway, and there's still a long way to go in this race still. However, Myatt is showing what he's made of today. Now DJ Curtis is up to second as he's gotten by John Arndt. Arndt stays in third. Myatt, however, leads this race. However, DJ Curtis is a lot faster than the 9 car, and the 9 has struggled quite mightily with the 15 in this on this run, as the 22, who I believe is the fastest car on the track right now, has caught him. And, well, his teammate's going to try and get one of his laps back. He's numerous laps down. As now, looks like Curtis is going underneath the 9 for the lead of the race. Curtis drives underneath the 9. And DJ Curtis is going to take back over the lead of this race. Nick Pericles pits from 16th, number of laps down. Now, though, Rowe is going to make Curtis's life difficult there, and this is going to be good for Myatt to get the lead back, as Myatt is going to try and dive underneath Curtis, but I think Curtis has one of the strongest cars of the day here, as Myatt, of the night rather. Myatt is looking very strong, but Curtis holds him off on the outside. But what will Padcar do for Curtis now? Remember, Padcar is a major championship contender, and Padcar hasn't been very good with any cars trying to lap him. And it's time for green flag pit stops as Thaber and a couple of cars are pitting. Myatt's coming in. This is where it's very crucial that we don't get a crash here. Brock's coming in as well, because you have a lot of times cars pitting and coming out of the pits at the same time using the same piece of real estate, and cars tend to get spun. As Curtis stays out, Curtis is going to try and lap a couple cars by pitting later. Curtis, right now, this is the catbird seat, because we've seen it before in the past where cars tend to do that here, as we're going to go to pit camp 2. See what happens. That's Monaco coming in. Curtis is coming in now. Curtis is coming in. And now you've got Caldwell in. Bichelia's not pitting yet. Blake's coming in. Here comes a car out of the pits. What's Padcar gonna do? Padcar stays out. Very good. Thaber's coming out. Myatt's coming out. Myatt's coming out right in front of Bouchard, and I saw that one coming a while away. And this could be a strike on Myatt here. He's coming out of the pits and comes right up into Bouchard's path. Bouchard had nowhere to go. Arndt's involved as well. Arndt was, I believe, the race leader. The driver this probably helps out the most is Madeline Myatt, because she stayed out. However, Arndt could get help if he can get going again. John Arndt would have been the leader had they not taken a long time to fix the car. However, I believe he is going to go a lap down. DJ Curtis and Madeline Myatt lead this race. As, yeah, Myatt, I guess, is going to get a strike for that one. Aiden Shepard might actually be on the lead lap as well. However, I think he just got lapped. So DJ Curtis and Madeline Myatt are the only 2 cars on the lead lap, I believe. John Arndt's still in 4th position. That pit stop cycle didn't hurt him that bad. However, he is a couple of laps down, I believe. The number of drivers a few laps down, as DJ Curtis is 2 laps ahead of Kenny Myatt. That kind of shows what a caution can do here. As Myatt's got another pit stop, so including a strike, he has to make a drive-through for that incident there. So Kenny Myatt's round of Ohio is really capitulated right in front of him. However, Madeline Maya from second would eventually have to pit for damage repair, leaving DJ Curtis the only car on the lead lap after that pit stop cycle. So DJ Curtis pretty much has a pretty big lead right now. Second position actually is Eric Monaco in the 24 car. Shepard's in third, along with a couple other cars. I believe John Arndt's in fourth and Madeline Myatt's up to fifth. And DJ Curtis is on an absolute tear. He just lapped Arndt for a second time. As Madeline Myatt, I believe, has gotten by Arndt. Arndt's car is not very healthy right now, and he's just trying to bring it home safely and cleanly. But DJ Curtis is the only car in the lead lap, and he's setting qualifying times. Or, well, not really. He's actually just going quite slowly, believe it or not. But he can do that because he's the only car on his lap. The only car Curtis has to watch is Aiden Shepard, and keep in mind he has a lap down. So he has to get up to Curtis and unlap himself, and he's about a lap and a half behind him. So Aiden Shepard, however, is pretty quick today. And DJ Curtis has now lapped Eric Monaco, so third, fourth place is now 2 laps down as, well, Madeline Myatt's up to third, still remaining only 1 lap down, as has Aiden Shepard remained only 1 lap down. So DJ Curtis has just got really lucky with caution placement there. DJ Curtis would pit from the lead on lap 229 for presumably his last stop. Shepard's also on pit road, as Madeline Myatt, I believe, is the only car that stayed out. However, there would be a debris yellow on lap 230, right in the middle of pit stop cycles. But Madeline Myatt, I still think, was caught a lap down. So this should be interesting to see what happens with Curtis. So Curtis still has a lap over everybody. Madeline Myatt in second, John Arndt in third. And, well, they put them on the outside simply because, well, there would be too many cars on the inside line. So they told Myatt and Arndt to get up there, as they're just hoping that DJ Curtis has a bad run here. As Shepard's quick, we know that. But I think DJ Curtis kind of lucked into this one. He was the best car of the day. Madeline Myatt, on the other hand, if she could get underneath Curtis. Now Curtis just motored again on the outside around Shepard, so Curtis legit has the fastest car out there. And DJ Curtis would actually lap John Arndt, who's in third position again, so he's 2 laps down. The only other car that's 1 lap down, actually, is Madeline Myatt, who actually who's about to lap Arndt herself. But DJ Curtis, as long as something doesn't go wrong with him, which we saw in the American 700 can happen, to like Nick Pericles, as long as nothing goes wrong with him, he's lapped the field. He can't do anything else. 2 laps to go for DJ Curtis, and Curtis is just in cruise right now. That's all he's got to do. There's Kenny Myatt pitting. Myatt, with one of the most boneheaded moves I've ever seen him make, was coming out of the pits when he really wasn't supposed to. And got penalized for it, got a strike for it. Final lap for DJ Curtis. And you can pretty much coast around this track if you really want to at this rate. DJ Curtis has put on an absolute clinic today, lapping the field. And DJ Curtis is going to bring it home. DJ Curtis will win at the Ohio Motor Speedway. Second, 1 lap down, is going to go to Madeline Myatt. And third, 2 laps down, should be John Arndt. No, actually, John Arndt had to pit, so I don't know who got third, actually. Third is going to go to Eric Monaco for Team Reddit Davis' best result ever, 2 laps down, or maybe even 1 lap down. So DJ Curtis wins the race. Madeline Myatt comes second. Eric Monaco third. Kyle Bisceglia fourth. William Brock fifth. Scott Roush sixth. Aiden Shepard seventh. John Arndt eighth. Cole Baker ninth. Becca Haddix 10th. Dorian Bouchard 11th. Alex Rowe 12th. Tyler Faber 13th. Eddie Chimpeckar 14th. Nick Pericles 15th. Not a great run for one of the top 3. 16th for Darren Blake. 17th for Kenny Myatt. Not a good run for him. 18th for Jake Baskier. And keep in mind, Myatt's now 1 strike away from being suspended for a race. 19th for Baskier. 20th for Lamas. 21st for Caldwell. 22nd for Ace Vito. 23rd for Davidson. 24th for Shock. 25th for Allen. 26th for Torres. 27th for Also on Baskinger, not a great run for the points leader. 28th for Dodd, 29th for Polyakov, 30th for Cortez, 31st for Jones, 32nd for Angel, 33rd for Allen, 34th for Wilhoit, 35th for Hart, and 36th for Charles Sanford. The next race is the round of New Jersey in the at the streets of Atlantic City. Of course, New Jersey in this post-war world that we're seeing after the Marian-Exbaltan War is now its own independent country. So we will see how the country of New Jersey puts on an ARCSOA race. We'll see it. Oh, first we got to go to the points before we get to New Jersey. So before we leave you, you will see that Jake Baskinger only has 3 points over the top 3 of Myatt and Pericles. Chris Dodd is a full race back in 4th position. Madeline Myatt gained 3 spots to 5th, a full race back, and then some. 6th goes to Sanford, 7th goes to Curtis. Curtis gained a few positions there. Rowe lost a few to 8th. Padcar down to 9th. Roush to 10th, Angel to 11th, Shepard to 12th, Torres to 13th, Hart to 14th, lost a few spots there, Noah Hart did. Kyle Schock Jr., William Brock 15th, Schock Jr. 16th, Blake 17th, Will Hoyt down to 18th, bad run for Will Hoyt today, one of the first cars out of the race. 19th to Baker, 20th to Haddix, 21st to Jones, 22nd to Arndt, 23rd. Arndt gained 4 spots though, but he is a long way back in points, which is kind of sad because John Arndt is one of the better drivers on the grid, just doesn't have a lot of luck. 23rd to Ace Vito, 24th to Bisceglia, 25th to Alex Allen, 26th to Esteves Cortez, 27th to Eric Monaco, who gains 8 positions there. What a run for Monaco, coming across the line 3rd. 28th to Davidson, 29th to Bouchard, 30th to Polyakov, 31st to Lamas, 32nd to Caldwell, 33rd to Eric Demex, 34th to Saber, 35th for Ike Durbin. He, I believe, will run his home race in Indianapolis. 36th to Griffin, 37th to Freeze, 38th to Lowenhurst, 39th to Mace, 40th to Vincent Allen, who's a long way down the order. Vincent Allen might be seeing the end of his ARCSOA career coming up here if he doesn't improve. 41st to Perkins, 42nd to Moore, 43rd to Snyder, 44th to Dover, 45th to Zachary Fitzwater, bracketed. And as we go through the order, I don't see any other full-time cars down here. So Vincent Allen, dead last out of the full-time cars. I wouldn't have expected that at this stage. So anyway, the next race is the round of New Jersey, and we will see you on the streets of Atlantic City.